baby animal. So we got a baby animal. So before we get on with the video, as you can see now, we have got it's back. The visitor is back now. I'm gonna have to use this one for at least for 1 more month before we retire this one. This one's had a little holiday. We'll disclose a bit more on another video. So I'm going to get that one done in probably I'll shoot it next week and we'll stick it on maybe on next weekend or something. But we also have got a vacuum mandate special hopefully to be done. But at the moment the weather is not very nice outside. So if we're going to be stuck in all next week, it could be a good time to do it. So yeah, and what's happening, mate? And what's going on today? What information have you had?
A new Dyson's coming out.
A new Dyson's coming out, yes.
It's supposed to replace that one.
Right, so see this one here, the Dyson Ball Animal 2. According to a very good source, can't disclose the name of him, or apparently in the next week or two there is going to be a new model of this one. As you all know, they basically renamed the light ball to the small ball, even though it was a renaming. It was a completely different version of the small ball, and now the Ball Animal 2 is now being replaced. And I mean, a couple of things I would like to see on this one, because I do own this one, is are they going to use because Dyson aren't developing any new corded machines, but they're still allowed to use existing technology. So are we going to see something like a LCD on the back? Are we going to have better power management? Because in general use, you don't actually need to have the full suction on a hard floor. Are we going to have maybe the buttons to power the thing on and off on the handle? We'll have to wait and see. Probably not. It's probably going to be like a different colour version of this one, and I'll call it something else and give you an
If
extra.
you want more suction, it's supposed to be the best one ever made.
So there you go. So it's supposed to have more suction, and it's supposed to be the best one they've ever made. So yeah, so that's the quick update on the new Dyson upright that's coming out. And obviously as well, we could possibly be seeing a update on the cordless range. It'll be interesting to see what's going on with that. That's only probably March. Yeah, so it's next month. So it's only a month away before the new cordless comes out. Yeah, so back to the video. I've used this one for the week. Would I swap this one for these two? Because we're going to cut the 360i out the picture, because he's only on back on his final voyage next week or next month. So would I swap it? Well, this machine has got some really good features with it. It was all the cylinder vacuums were all based off a DC08 before that. So this one was a sort of a more of a newer design than the DC08. There was the 11 as well, but that was a bit of a concept sort of machine, I would call that. I liked the way that this clip here clipped on here, and also the way that this all fits in perfectly. That's like what they call a well-designed machine. I didn't like the very short bristles on the end of it. I didn't like that. This machine was nice and light to use. We felt that the telescopic pole was a little bit too short, didn't we? Because you used this one quite a bit, so we reckon the telescopic pole was quite short. The floor edge, I don't think really, it did not deep, I don't think it deep cleaned. I was going to actually push that one over after I've just cleaned with this one, but as you can see, Carl's made a mess, so it's a bit unfair. But I reckon, I'm not being funny, this here is the future of Dyson vacuums, which is the upright and the cord-free stick vac. This one, if you look, if you take, so if you look at these two side by side, look, just the cylinder, without the cylinder on it and without the hose, they are very similar. Look. So it's basically got a head. That one's got power head, one's got air driven. You got a pole, and then you got an handle. So that's basically where the concept of this one originally came from, and obviously it was due to weight distribution. So I did find like that this thing here, it was getting used to using a pole, getting one of these to use the hose again. The vacuum never fell over, to be honest with you, but it did get caught behind the doors. That's one advantage over an upright or a cord-free stick vac, and that's why these are selling so well, really, because these are just, I would say, a better design, but they just haven't got the power and they ain't got the deep cleaning yet. I mean, this is getting close to it, but I just think that head on that one would be better. Carbon fibre bristles, quite important Alright. Carbon fibre bristles are very important to a modern house because they need to sweep the floors. A lot of houses, I mean mine's got 50-50 now, and that's why I went from a hard floor style vacuum, like a cylinder, to an upright, because I just felt that the upright was better on the carpets and pretty good on the hard floors. And this one, I would say, is slightly better on the hard floors than this one, but overall, you know, this one's convenience. So yeah, so the other thing I used as well this week was this tool here. I haven't had one of these out for a little while. Possibly one of my favourite Dyson tools ever made. I know the cordless ones have the smaller one, but this only fits the older style machines. So this gets nicely in with the units. They get nicely in there. Also as well, as it's got like a felt back on it, it doesn't scratch or damage anything. You can use it for screens as well. I just felt that this here was the best dusting brush for, like, say, for your units and things you don't want to get damaged by far. So did like that. Before I used to like, when I used to use the really vintage ones, I used to like the old Hoover tools, the right angle ones. They were better, but this one is pretty good as well. So this is going to be one of the favourite tools. Dyson, at the end of the day, made quite a lot of tools and attachments over the years. Tried all these different wonderful turbine tools and the tangle frees. You know, they you know, but they say you still can get that in a small one. But I've used a small one. In fact, I've got a small one and that, and I never use it because I just think I still can't get in with it. Still can't get it in the unit. This one's longer, see? So if Dyson's watching that, you need to make a longer one of these to fit that one. The short crevice tool, after having the nice long one on that one, that's my favourite crevice tool, the long one. That's a little bit short. I know they made them a little bit longer on the uprights eventually. So yeah, so overall it was a pretty good machine. Let's see what it's picked up here. I don't think really as well, when I vacuum with that one, I see a lot of fine dust in it. That one there, it doesn't seem to have as much fine dust as I get in these two. So obviously, is it picking it out in the carpet? Well, I don't know. So it's hard to tell really. I've only used it for a week, but it's done a good job. The other thing I found was a bit annoying was the valve on it. The valve used to shut on. It used to get like, it used to go on, and then you had to switch the machine on and off to actually reset the valve. Unlike, like, you'd think you just press the button on there and let the air through, and it just seems to lock in. That could be an issue. Maybe that's why this one was passed on and sold on, because the valve was dodgy. So we're going to test a couple of other ones to find out if they all do it. I know that Kinetic was, the big bore upright was used to do that hell of a lot. So yeah, so it's done a good job. It's not my, you know, not the most favourite Dyson. It is nice and lightweight. It went on the stairs quite easily. That's what I like. One of the things I liked about the Dyson. These smaller ones fit nicely on your stairs. I know the dc22 had a different way, but I mean, I could never get it staying, but you always have to hold it up there. So yeah, so, you know, it's pretty good. So you see Kyle has got a bit of a pencil sharpener. He's sharpening pencils. He's got over 100 pencil sharpeners. So if you want to request a pencil sharpener video, we can do one of them because he has over 100. And quite often on half term.
Electric one's broke.
Yeah, he's got loads of them.
I've got an electric one that broke.
You got an electric one that's broke. Yeah, you've gone through a few electric ones, haven't you? Over the years. So yeah, his favourite one's the electric ones. Which one are you using a day, mate? So he's got the old Tesco one there. Like, I think they're about £3 or something. I don't think they do them anymore, but
I just see some in the Tesco when we went last time.
yeah, they got a cat. They do a pig and a cow or something. So yeah, so we'll have to go back to the modern technology. This one's going to be used for another month, or another 4 weeks, or to the next vintage week, because I'll just need to test it out, and then he will be going out of the usual cleaning team sort of retirement. We'll be getting him out. I mean, we may even do a vintage week with this one. Yeah, I don't know. So who knows what's going to happen? So yeah, so he wants to keep this one as his collector's item now. We don't want to run that one right into the ground. It was just sad that the thing had a little issue, and it had to go on a holiday. But he's back now, and we're pretty happy with it. Like I say, Dyson, I think I've got the best guarantee on the market for vacuums. That's one reason I like buying them. And as well, for my floor setup, they also are very good on multi-floors. Like I say, we use Sebo. Sebo's great on carpets and things like that, but hard floor, the carpets, it didn't like it much.